Hello and welcome to this encounter between Sonoma State Seawolves and St. Martin's Saints. We're very excited to have football back up on Fox Field here in Burnaby and to host these two great teams. Uh, the starting lineups for today are Rainer de Rate. In front of him is Ian Reese, Cam Fisk, and Lucas English, with Johnny Dodge, Caleb Yoon, Patrick Neal, Javon Cunningham, and Osvaldo Rojas, with Sean Rohan in front of them in the midfield, with Oliver Zemer leading the line. Oliver Zemer looking for his first goal of the season, but he did grab one of the assists for Patrick Neal's 2 goals in 2 games against Western Washington and Seattle Pacific. Sonoma will be looking to get their first win of the season after drawing Western Washington 1-1 and losing 2-1 to Seattle Pacific. For the Saints, in goal, Nick Mueller, with Seth Kobada, Daniel Shushan, and Zach Martin in front of him. In the midfield, Arjun Gill, Jander Koenig, Nathan McLellan, Diego Andrade, Sean Selanieko, and Cameron Kreider in front of them, with Angel Alvarado Fajardo leading the line. He grabbed the goal in California, as did Diego Andrade. St. Martin's looking to build off of a positive showing in California, grabbing a great win at Westmont, but falling 2-1 at Stanislaus State. In for a great game, and we're excited to have you. Bear with us as we start very soon. It'll be St. Martin's Seawolves. The Sonoma State Seawolves kicking off from left to right in their all whites, with St. Martin's defending the goal to the right in their all blacks. Here we are ready to gear up. It's St. Martin's Saints in their all blacks defending the goal to the left, and the Sonoma State Seawolves in their all whites kicking off from right to left. In for a good one here. Sonoma starts with the ball, and here we go. Ball's going to start in the back with number 5, Ian Reese. Going to play across to his defensive partner. And Sonoma going to try to feel this game out. We see St. Martin's kind of starting out in a 4-3-3 of sorts, but not really putting a high press on the ball. We'll see if they want to sit back and soak up some pressure, maybe hit on the counter, or if their intention is to spring a trap. Be a throw-in for the Saints. Ball given away there in the middle, and it's a chance for Sonoma to go forward. Early start to the game. Here's Zemer. Ball back across. And a goal. What a start to the game for Sonoma State. Can you believe it? A great assist again from the number 9, Oliver Zemer. That's his second goal of the game. And what a finish that was. Couldn't really see who it was exactly. Number 18, Osvaldo Rojas, gets his first goal of the season with a great chip over Mueller. A great play from Sonoma State, putting the press on St. Martin's off the throw-in. The ball was passed into the middle, a little too loose. Zemer pounced, put the ball across to Rojas, who tapped it into the net. And 1-0 in the opening minute of the game is exactly what Sonoma State wanted to start this road trip. Ball's going to come out here for another St. Martin's throw, and it's number 2 taking it, Seth Kobata. He's the captain for the Saints, and he's going to look for options here. Sonoma's pressing in a very quick manner. They're very sharp off these throw-ins, it seems. As soon as the ball is played into a St. Martin's player, they're all over it. They're defending in a back four now with four in front, and it seems like two in front of them with Zemer, and I believe that is number 21, Javon Cunningham. Here's St. Martin's. They're going to press and break through with Andrade, but he runs into a couple Sonoma State defenders, and they'll play out the back here through the left side. Johnny Dodge will play back into Patrick Neal, who will find Ian Reese, and Sonoma can reset off the right side now. Sonoma in possession, kind of dropping into a 4-3-3 with number 27 there, Caleb Yoon, dropping in as a 6, keeping Zemer high with Cunningham and Neal. It'll be a throw for Sonoma off that right-hand side, and throw will get it back. Play forward to Zemer. Ball from Cunningham over the top, and can they get there? They're in the box here with another chance, but it's well defended by St. Martin's, and Mueller's there to collect. Ball out to Kabata. Ball's going to be hit over the top for Reese to chase. Long touch is pounced on by the defender. He plays it back to his goalkeeper. Watches it out for a corner, but the linesman's got his flag up. Looks like offside. Against the forward from St. Martin's, Angel Alvarado Fajardo. It'll be Reese's free kick. He plays it back to his goalkeeper, Tarit. Will play out to the right center back, and Sonoma will look to play out here once again. There's a running behind from Neal. If they can find them, they don't. They look to play through to Cunningham. Well defended by St. Martin's, and they'll chase that second ball and push Sonoma back into their own half with a throw, which they take quickly back to their goalkeeper. Tarit plays Reese. And it's very interesting to see how the dynamic of this game now changes with Sonoma finding that early goal. And you'd have St. Martin's always historically a hard-working team that will always push teams to continue fighting, and it's definitely a team that you don't want to find yourself, down a goal or chasing a goal with only 10 minutes to play. So solid in defense, and Sonoma must be buzzing that they able to hit early there. Ball will stay with Sonoma. Neal coming inside, low inverted. Here's Reese again into Neal. Well defended there by the Saints, and they'll be able to break down this right-hand side. One man in the box, another one trailing. Here's the ball across, well defended by Reese. Comes across to the other side. They'll look to keep it under control, but great defending by Sonoma. They're quick to step onto the ball there. And there'll be a bump. Referee calls it a foul. Ball's going to come into the number 18, Osvaldo Rojas. Will play into Neal out wide. Neal looking for options. And does well to find his center back and relieve the pressure. He's very good on the ball, Neal, and you got 2 goals for Sonoma against tough opposition in Seattle, Pacific, and Western Washington. Definitely a player to watch. One on the scouting report. Ball will come out wide and just trickles away for Sonoma there on that play. It'll be St. Martin's restarting with a throw. Sonoma doing really well here to man mark and force St. Martin's into a ball that they don't want to pass to. And yet again, just like the first goal, as soon as they play it into the 6 off the throw, it's like a trigger press for Sonoma, as they're just right there on them with 2-3 players, forcing a turnover, and Reese will take it up. Going to play his left back here, Johnny Dodge, who will find Turiet in goal. Turiet with a great ball over the top. Looking for Cunningham, it just went away from him a little bit there, but great vision by the Dutch goalkeeper. It'll be St. Martin's coming back across, but again, Sonoma quick to defend, and they'll find Zimmer again. Great 1-2. Ball out wide. Neal in the box. Zimmer making the run as well. It finds Zimmer back behind them. Here's a shot over the bar. Great piece of play by Sonoma as they're able to find the 1-2 and a little bit of space out wide, and had 3 players crashing the box there. A lot to deal with for that St. Martin's defense, and you have to say Sonoma looking very strong in these opening 7 minutes or so. Again with another turnover, and he's got Cunningham out wide. He's found them. Cunningham going to cut it back, well defended and cleared. Only as far as the right back for Sonoma. Looking to chip it over the top. And it'll go out wide to Cunningham. They're able to retain possession here. Now driving into the box, but just runs into 3 St. Martin's defenders. And yet again, every time St. Martin's look to play out, they're right there. And there's a great 1-2 over the top. Good goalkeeping by Mueller. He's able to clear that ball. But you feel like every time Sonoma get the ball in St. Martin's half, their immediate thought is, can we find the ball over the top of that defense? And they're doing a really good job of it so far, making sure Mueller's on his toes and keeping that defense honest. This press by Sonoma State is unrelenting, and you feel like every time the St. Martin's defense feel like they get away with one and clear the ball, you know, you just feel like Sonoma's so well positioned to just recover and reset the attack. Here it'll be a free kick for Sonoma State here, and they'll look to flood the box. Cunningham staying out wide, and it kind of looks to play short. Here it is short to Cunningham. He was looking for that 1-2 out wide, but they'll have to reset possession. And they'll go backwards and reset it. There's a ball through the middle. Touch will pop up, and they'll have to reset it again. There's a ball across. It's going to bounce around. Might land for Zimmer here. Just gets away from him. St. Martin's might be able to break here through that right-hand side. They do find, I believe that's Andrade. They have a man over on the right-hand side. Here he is, one-on-one against his defender. He's going to cut back out to the right, lay it off. Here's Andrade, left foot swinger, back post, ball across, and just over the bar. A promising attack there for St. Martin's as they're able to push higher upfield and counter with pace, and able to flood the box, you know, in a 2v2 situation out wide and get a ball into the box. Definitely a promising moment there for the Saints as they look to claw their way back into this game. Here Sonoma's going to look to dribble out the back, and a couple fouls there. Ref wanted to let it play, but by the third one I think he had to call it. And they're going to play quick here over the top. A little miscommunication there, and they'll fall again. Quick to press, and St. Martin's will be content with keeping the throw there. Here's Cabata's throw. Plays it into Fajardo. Ref's going to say that one just got away from him there, and it will be Dodge's throw-in on this left-hand side. He'll play quick into the middle. It'll be Yoon who plays back into Reese. And they'll reset there with Turriet. And reset through that right-hand side. They do. Cunningham coming short and the fullback going wide. And they do find that fullback with a great ball. And a really good piece of play there from Sonoma. Bringing the right winger, Cunningham, into the... making him call for the ball, coming into towards the ball. Drawing in the fullback, the defender. And then that fullback making the run in behind sets up that ball over the top that they found so much success with in these opening 10 minutes so far. It would be a corner kick here for the Sonoma State Seawolves. In swinger, left-footed. Towards Reese, who gets his head on it and it just goes wide of the goal. Good opportunity there from Sonoma State as they're able to connect again with a chance. It just goes begging, but very promising signs here for the Seawolves. Here the Saints are looking to play out, but ball intercepted by Zimmer there. Does what a battle, and looks like he might get fortunate bounce. He does. Here's Zimmer, top of the box, lays it off. Again, by the byline now. well defended by St. Martin's, and it'll be another goal kick for the Saints. But maintain pressure there by the Seawolves. They're keeping a high line. They're really telling St. Martin's, if you want to play through us, we're not giving you any easy passes. They're man marking all the way through. You could see Yoon is all the way up where, the almost you would say the attacking mid would be normally, but Yoon, who's been playing as a 6, being told to press and kind of rotating in with Sean Rohan there, number 7, between the double pivot. Ball out wide again for Cunningham, who just can't get it under control. It's a Terry Fox bounce right there. And St. Martin's will look to keep possession on this throw. Look to play out wide, and ball just escapes them. There's the throw. It's going to be cleared by St. Martin's and right back into Yoon, who looks to find his attacking midfielder, but he'll drop out to Fajardo. Fajardo plays it out wide, and they might have a break on here, St. Martin's, if they can find them again. It's number 14. Koenig back into Gil. Kobata looking for options, able to find one. Good look in with 2 players in front of Reese there, but the ball just finding the foot of the defender, and Sonoma able to keep possession here. They might be able to form a counter here through the number 18, Rojas. Plays it over the top for Cunningham. But it'll be well cleared, and it'll be a throw-in for Sonoma State. One they did look to take quickly here, finding Rohan. Here's Cunningham. Looking for the early cross, decides not to, finds the 1-2, plays through Yoon. Gonna recycle the ball here and look to play out through that right hand side again through Rohan. Run is by Cunningham, and it's well defended by St. Martin's. They'll be able to take the throw in and get the ball back into their possession. And this time they do clear only as far as the Sonoma State defense again. And that ball will just trickle away for a goal kick on that through ball from Yoon. On these goal kicks, it's Sonoma State setting up in a 4-2-3-1, kind of man-marking St. Martin's 3 midfielders and putting those wingers high on the fullbacks. It makes it extremely difficult to play out of. They've done a great job so far of forcing St. Martin's to, play uncomfortable passes or try to dribble out, which has not been working for them as of yet. Here's the Reiter, who will play out wide. Ball will come into Zimmer. Zimmer looking to keep it, and he does so. Out wide with his fullback. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham with a great ball. Here's Neal one-on-one with the keeper. Chips it over the top of Mueller. And just cannot find the line there. It looked like it was trickling out. Kobata kept it in. And St. Martin's will look to break. What an opportunity there for Sonoma. Yet again with the similar pass where they just break lines so quickly. And the runs from the wingers, from Cunningham and from Neal, able to find their way into the box as Zimmer kind of drops off a little bit, draws in the center backs, and same way that they scored the first goal, they nearly scored a second there. Here's Rohan, out to Cunningham. Cunningham will play back, and here they can break here with a through ball to Fajardo. The Reiter does very well there. He's able to find Johnny Dodge with a first-time ball. Didn't panic, kept his composure. Really well done by the Dutch goalkeeper there. And Sonoma able to retain it with Neal. Finding it again off Reese. And Sonoma seemingly content to keep the ball and say, we're leading 1-0 and you got, the Saints have to come and get it. It's the Saints' game to chase now, and Sonoma doing very well to keep the ball in possession, looking very composed. Yoon again finding Rojas into Reese, back to the goalkeeper. And Sonoma doing really well to keep these extended periods of possession where, as I say, that commentator's curse, it pass goes errant and they knock it long. But prior to that play, Sonoma doing really well to, keep possession as long as they did and force, St. Martin's to go and chase a little bit. Here's again with Reese, and they look to play through the left side. Rojas coming in, and there's Neil checking for the ball. They'll switch the play, though, and see what's on. Neil, a player that has started off the left wing, but he's doing very well to drift inside and play very inverted and force, Kabata, the fullback, to really make a decision whether to stay or go. And when he goes, leaves so much space for dodge. But here he is defending up against Fallardo. Here's Andrade. Andrade does really well to get through a couple Sonoma State defenders and gets himself a corner for his team, which he'll look to take. And this is a great opportunity here for St. Martin's to load the box and get one back and put Sonoma in an uncomfortable position here. Same set piece is such a huge part of the game and such a huge part of St. Martin's game as well. Service will be an outswinger from Andrade. Ball knocked into the box. Takes a bounce over the attacking players and he'll drop back, but that's an errant pass and it might get to there by Zemer, but it's just knocked out for a goal kick. That ball will go away from Yoon and back into the hands of St. Martin's, playing out through the left. Great ball inside and well defended by Reese, who was able to read the play and send it off the mountain. It's good defending from Cunningham, but the ref's going to call a foul, and Cunningham pleading his case, but call was given, and this is a great opportunity for St. Martin's. You can see how they're already loading the box, looking for the back post already. Very interesting opportunity. This is a very tough set piece to defend, as this in-swinger can find its way towards goal, find its way into a flick on. Here is the service. Here's a touch, and a goal for St. Martin's. Make that 1-1. And as I was saying, any in-swinger from that position, any touch, any flick on makes it impossible for the goalkeeper. And that dangerous set piece pays dividends for the St. Martin's Saints, since they are able to get themselves back on the board and get themselves back in this game. It's 1-1, and that's football right there. Dominating the game, you'd have to say, for 20 minutes, Sonoma State, and one lapse in concentration defensively off the set piece, and St. Martin's was there to punish, and a great goal and a great game that we now have on our hands. Sonoma will reset with Reese. Looking out wide for Dodge. Ball's just going to go away from him, and they'll look to play quickly here through Fallardo. Ball comes in and a foul on Koenig, and Saints going to reset quickly, but that ball was still moving. And I believe that's number 21, Daniel Shushan. There's a ball out wide by Andrade, and St. Martin's a little bit of momentum here. A lot of movement from their players. And there's a confirmation of the goal scorer. It was number 21, Daniel Shushan, who scored the goal off of the assist from Nathan McLellan. And here's Fajardo breaking down the right-hand side, and great opportunity again from St. Martin's. Gets past Dodge, Fajardo into the box, ball across, great defending by Reese, ball out to Shushan again. Couldn't double his goal tally, and I believe that was actually Koenig who struck the ball just out of bounds though, and a good piece of goalkeeping there. Quickly able to find Dodge, and Sonoma able to catch St. Martin sleeping a little bit on the restart. Neil will reset it though with Reese. Back to Neil. Neil with a great switch of play out to Cunningham. Cunningham able to find the overlap, and they'll reset it here through Rohan. Ball skips away from Neil into Andrade. St. Martin's able to throw men forward. You can see 4-on-4. Andrade, high line played by Sonoma State. A very high line played by Sonoma State, as 3 St. Martin's players were making the run in behind, and Andrade, little moment of hesitation, and then didn't want to play the ball in offside. Very risky defensive action there by Sonoma State, keeping that high line, forcing Andrade to make a pass that could have very well been offside, and a little bit of frustration there from Zimmer as he takes out Andrade, I believe. And it'll be another free kick and another opportunity for St. Martin's to do the exact same thing. Ball in a very similar position, a little bit farther out, but same in-swinger and same action could result in the same result. I believe that will be Nathan McLellan to take. An in-swinger off the right boot. There's a ball into the box. He goes towards goal. What a goal! Que golazo! What a screamer from Nathan McMillan. An unbelievable goal. Able to catch the goalkeeper, Rainier DeRitt, off his line. What a screamer into the top-hand corner from about 30, 40 yards. Wow. An unbelievable goal for St. Martin's. And just like that, this game is turned on its head in the space of 5 minutes. What a goal. Is an unbelievable goal for McLellan. And an unbelievable moment for St. Martin's, who found themselves 1-0 down in the first minute of the game. And were facing waves and waves of pressure and able to turn the game around just in the first half here. And now look, they're pressing Sonoma State into their own box, forcing the ball long. Ball back out to Zimmer. Be McLellan who watches it up for a throw, and unbelievable goal, you have to say. You saw right before he took the free kick, he walked over to his coach, had a word, and maybe the coach gave him a little, look at the goalkeeper and how off his line he is. It's unbelievable strike, and well, you have to say it's well deserved for the effort that St. Martin's have put into after their goal, pressing high, forcing mistakes from Sonoma, causing frustration, which led to that foul, and then put an unbelievable service. And that's where the quality comes in. Able to find the reward. Little confusion on the field as to whose ball it is off the throw. Sonoma definitely thought it was theirs, but seems like it is theirs. I wish I had an explanation as to why that happened. Good touch by Cunningham out wide. Foul will be called. No advantage played. And it'll be Sonoma's opportunity now off of a set piece, and this is another dangerous one where if they can get good service into the box, they could really test Mueller and this St. Martin's defense. It looks like Neil is over the ball. Might be an in-swinger off of the left boot of Neil. It is. Ball in from Neil. Mueller punches away, and it'll be a corner for the Seawolves. Good goalkeeping there from Mueller, reading the flight of the ball and getting 2 strong hands on it. It'll be Cunningham with the corner kick. It'll be an in-swinger off his right foot. And a lot of space at that front post to attack from St. Martin's. It looks like they're man-marking deep, and can see a full zone available. They can run into it there from the Seawolves. Here is the service from Cunningham. It is towards that front post. The flick on is there. It's cleared by St. Martin's. Back out to Cunningham. Cunningham strike. Gift card back to California. Be a goal kick for St. Martin's, taken quickly. And there's the ball over the top. It might find the striker. It does find the striker, who is offside. It'll be a restart for the Seawolves. Hard foul there by Andrade, and be a free kick that Reese will take. Sonoma will look to play this ball out wide to Cunningham. Good touch by the winger, and gonna lay it off there. Well defended though by St. Martin's, and they're able to break the other way. And another kick out by the Seawolves. Very aggressive in their press, and I think St. Martin's have realized after, the opening few minutes that if they're able to protect the ball, they're able to get these fouls, and those fouls have come up good with 2 set-piece goals. Now it's Sonoma who are looking to chase the ball. Zimmer going around. Here's Fallardo playing it back in. I believe that's Sushan. We'll find his defender. McClellan. Great ball out wide. Over Fallardo's head though, and he puts his thumbs up. He knows that ball was quality. It'll be Stanley's throwing down this left-hand side, and some more subs are made. I believe that's Zimmer who has come off. Ball played. Number 12, Diego Angelina de la Cruz, coming in for Zimmer at the 9 position, looking to put Sonoma State back into this contest as they make the change on the front line. Here's Yoon on the ball. Yoon will find Reese. Reese into the middle for Rohan. Rohan's ball into Neal. Low behind Neal, but he gets his foot on it. Here's Neal on his left. Gonna reset the ball out wide with his right fullback, who connects with Cunningham. Cunningham looking to play the overlap, and again, well defended by St. Martin's as they look to break. But Yoon is there to cut that one out. Cunningham able to play back, and unable to play out of the press though is Sonoma, and here's Andrade on the ball. Andrade able to play back. And the Saints will be able to find Mueller, and Mueller able to take on De La Cruz there. Gives it away to Yoon. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham into Rohan. Rohan into the box. De La Cruz. And it's a save from Mueller. Found himself in a little bit of trouble there. Took a touch around De La Cruz. And under pressure, the clearance was a little scuffed, but able to make up for it with a good diving save to the left there. And St. Martin's will be able to reset. It's Sushan in space, and great ball out wide to Fallardo. Good touch. He's going to drive inside. Gets past Stanley. Ball into the middle. Just past the running behind. I believe that was Andrade. It will be Dorit with the ball out to Reese. Reese into Zarate. Zarate into Stanley, who will connect with his goalkeeper, and Sonoma will reset. Ball into Zarate's feet. Under pressure, able to find Rohan. Rohan back to Zarate. Into Reese. Sonoma doing well now to keep the ball kind of after a crazy 5 minutes or so where St. Martin's pressed and found 2 free kick goals. Sonoma looking to find their groove again and keep possession like they did in the opening 20 minutes. Here's Neil looking to get past Kobata. Unable to. Finds Stanley. Stanley finds Yoon. Able to turn and find Neil. Neil going backwards finds Reese into Zarate. Zarate out wide to Stanley. Stanley on the ball. Good defending here by St. Martin's, and again they get the nick on that cross, and Yoon's ball goes out for a throw. And St. Martin's, this block defense that they have is very, very difficult to get in behind of, and they've done so well to get themselves back into this game, get themselves in front in this game. And now the pressure's all on the Seawolves to have to turn it around once again. Ball gets away from Stanley, and it's Fallardo who's going to break in behind. Stanley will barge into him from behind and might get a talking to from the referee, maybe a little bit more. Doesn't seem like it, though. No yellow. Just a warning from the ref, and could definitely go either way there. Ball will be played into Kobata. Out wide for McLellan. Ball inside. And another foul called, and 3 for 3 maybe for St. Martin's here. 3rd time's a charm. They've scored the first 2. It's when they play short into Andrade. Andrade plays in behind the fullback, who does well to recover and send it out for a corner kick. It looks like Andrade is to take. It will be an in-swinger off his right boot. Showing a man short, and he looked, interested in that short prospect, but I think Cunningham was there to cut it out, and it'll be an in-swinger towards the first post. Cleared initially by Sonoma State, and here's Cunningham, who's going to be able to break. They got a 3-on-3 here with Neil. Neil could have played De La Cruz. Looked to play Cunningham instead, and it'll get away from them. Here's St. Martin's on the break, though. Well done going forward, and they find their way into the box. Cleared, though, by Sonoma, and De La Cruz is going to chase that one down. There'll be a man down, though, and a stoppage in play. Looks to be an injury to Sonoma State there. We'll take a break here while this player gets treatment. Stay with us, though, at 6 p.m. Kickoff between Chico State and your Simon Fraser Red Leafs here on Fox Field. The Chico State coming into this game ranked number 25 in the nation after starting off 2-0 with 2 2-0 wins against Seattle Pacific and Western Washington. Simon Fraser received 2 votes for the top 25. Didn't find their way into the top 25 ranking just now, but a good start for them in California with good wins against Stanislaus and Westmont. Exciting encounter coming up at 6, but don't go away just yet, because 2-1 for St. Martin's, and Sonoma keep on pushing, and with 11 minutes left in this first half, you never know how we can go into halftime. Back with you here, and it was number 17, Cam Fisk, for Sonoma State, who had to come off. Fortunate. Restarting play here for the Saints on the ball. Couple substitutions for the Seawolves as Neal and Cunningham make their way out. I can see on this left-hand side it's Michael Gray who's replaced Neal on the left. Here is Gray. His first touch is into Rohan, who does well to find Stanley. Stanley will play back into the Riet. We'll look back, and he finds a center back who finds him again. Out to Reese. Sonoma playing a lot through this left-hand side with their left center back, Reese. Does well to find Gray here. Gray going at Kabata. Here is Gray. 1-on-2 here, able to push off Kabata. And cuts it back, does really well. Finds Rohan on top of the box. Rohan, swing and a miss, strike one. Ball gonna reset out wide. Ball into De La Cruz. His touch, his shot is off target. It's a good look for De La Cruz off the turn. Bouncing ball, tried to hit it on the half volley. Would have been goal of the year if it came off, but goal kick instead, which Mueller has had enough of playing out of the back, and he tells his team to step forward and try to see out the end of this half, final 10 minutes, I believe. Be a throw here. Gallardo playing into the middle. Back out to him. Does well to find Kabata. Gonna find inside with Shushan. And Shushan will play out towards the left-hand side. Sonoma pressing man-to-man here and able to get the ball back via a throw-in. Here is De La Cruz. Russ going to call a foul there, and it gives Sonoma the opportunity to put men into the box, which they do. The two big center backs going to head their way up field, and I believe that's Rohan on the ball. Zarate going towards it. This looks like it will be service into the area, which Mueller will have to deal with. It's going to be Zarate's free kick, right-footed outswinger. Here's the service. Ball towards the back post. There's De La Cruz's header. Well defended by Shushan, and it'll be a corner for the Seawolves. Stanley to take. Here is Stanley's corner. Right-footed. Plays short into De La Cruz. Back out to Stanley. Stanley looking to find De La Cruz, who thought he was offside, and let it go out for a goal kick, and corner gone to waste there for the Seawolves. It'll be Mueller's goal kick to reset play here. They'll look to play out of the back here and send it forward. Ball going to find its way off the left-hand side. And a great win there, and they can break through. Ball offside called there against St. Martin's, and I think that's a little harsh. Going to play quickly, which the referee does not allow. On Sonoma State, saying the ball was behind where it was initially taken. And they'll just play back to Duriet and reset play there. with Reese. Here is Reese. I believe that is Brian Cahalan next to Reese playing at that right center back spot. He sends the ball forward. Be battled into the middle by Rohan. Drops for St. Martin's though. We'll play back to Kubata. He finds Selianeko. Back into Kubata, who sends it forward. Reese sends it right back. And the ball's going to drop for De La Cruz, who flicks it on for Gray. Kubata back pass into Mueller is a bit of a stitch, and Mueller's going to send that one back to Washington. Be a throw-in for Sonoma, and I don't know if the pressure from Gray there on Kubata forced that back pass and really put Mueller under pressure. And Zarate trying to find Stanley again off of that throw-in. Doesn't come off, and it'll be Mueller's goal kick to take. Here is Mueller's goal kick. 5 minutes left in this one. Sonoma gonna hope to get one back before the interval, and St. Martin's will love if the half just ended right here. Ball gonna come out wide. Believe that's Lucas English at right back for Sonoma State. He'll send the ball forward, flicked on. De La Cruz can't get there. Here's St. Martin's. Good piece of skill. Bounce out for De La Cruz. Into Zarate. Here is Zarate. Space to shoot. Cuts back. Plays it into Gray. Foot race with Mueller, which Mueller wins. And a good opportunity there. Goes begging for Sonoma State. Kubata, who went in towards Zarate, who had 2 men on him, picked the right option, tried to find Gray. Just the pass went a little wayward. That's great play there, though, by Sean Selianeko to get past Stanley, but Reese is there to clean that up, and they'll be able to play out with Cahalan. English. Playing into Zarate. I believe that's Yoon. Here's Gray on the ball. Gray gets past Kubata. Heavy touch. And St. Martin's defense able to hit that one off of Gray and get the goal kick. Well defended there, covering up for his right back. St. Martin's another goal kick for them. Ball played directly through the middle there to Shushan. Here the high press coming in from Sonoma. They'll force it back to Mueller. Mueller's back. Mueller's clearance is mishit. And I believe that was number 6, Hayden Gaunter, who hit that one further into the Sonoma press. Wins the throw, and they'll try to play out through that same left-hand side. 3 minutes left in this one with St. Martin's holding on to that 2-1 lead. Sonoma chasing. Here's Johnny Dodge. Going to be hit past, and Reese does well to shake off 2 St. Martin's players. He could have stitched his goalkeeper, but he did really well to get through that one. And ball's going to be put into an awkward position there for Mueller, who comes and claims it. De La Cruz putting on good pressure there on the ball over the top. But yet again, St. Martin's trying to play out through the back, unable to do so. The high press from Sonoma paying advantage, and here's Stanley off the left. It is Stanley. Ball in swing. Cleared only as far as Sonoma State, but his touch lets him down. Able to win it back, but it just trickles out for a throw, which St. Martin's will play quickly. I believe that's Andrade. Can't fend off 2 players, and here's Zarate on the ball. Zarate off the right. Back towards Zarate. Ball across. Here's De La Cruz. Turns, fires. Looks to have taken a deflection. Not says the referee. It'll be a goal kick for St. Martin's with under 2 minutes left in this one. Mueller taking his time to take, and looks like he'll just force his team long and keep this one away from his goal with the little time that's left. Ball sent forward. Reese does well to defend there twice. Sends it forward towards Zarate. Ball's going to drop for St. Martin's. Flick on, not on, and here's Rohan. Finds Cahalan. Dorit. Great ball to Stanley. And here's Dodge. Dodge into Zarate, back into Dodge. Great combination play by Sonoma as they look to break. But it's well defended there by St. Martin's. And he's going to keep the ball there with Kobata. Kobata sends that ball forward out for a throw-in. Here's Zarate. Zarate loses out. Gonder sends it forward and one to chase here for St. Martin's against Reese. Reese does really well to get away from two attackers. Finds Rohan. Rohan's going to play it out wide through the right. Chance here for Sonoma State to flood the box. Going to be cut inside. He can have a shot on goal. He does so. Great block by Gonder, though. That one looked to be headed towards goal. Was definitely going to test the goalkeeper there, Nick Mueller, but great block by Gonder. And with 19 seconds left, Sonoma's going to have to hurry up this corner kick. It'll be Zarate to take. Here is Zarate, right-footed, outswinger. Ball's going to trickle out to Mueller, and he's going to play it out. This will bring an end to this first half, and 2-1 is your score at half. St. Martin's Saints with a huge comeback in the space of 5 minutes, 2 goals in 5. A fantastic game of football that we have on our hands. Sonoma State opening the scoring in the first minute. I believe it was through Callahan, who was able to chip the goalkeeper off of a Zimmer assist. And the game looked to be beyond St. Martin's as wave after wave of pressure came from Sonoma State. Neal having a great opportunity as he sent it over Mueller. Just couldn't find the goal. But just like how football is, a free kick, a set piece for St. Martin's, a flick on by Shushan off of McLellan cross, and they found their way right back into this game, and that gave them the momentum to keep pushing, and they were able to find their rhythm, able to get another free kick, which McLellan this time sent right over the top of the goalkeeper, Rainier Durrett, and put St. Martin's up 2-1. Stick with us here as second half coming soon from Fox Field at Burnaby. Hello and welcome back to Fox Field here. Almost ready to go here at this match between Sonoma State and St. Martin's. Some stats for you from the first half. Of course, St. Martin's leading 2-1, but behind in the shots department, Sonoma State taking 9 shots compared to St. Martin's 4, with both teams just getting the 2 on target, SMU being clinical and making sure those 2 find the back of the net. 4 corners for Sonoma State compared to the 2 of St. Martin's, with no yellow cards or red cards either way. Both teams had their moments in that first half. We saw right off of kickoff Sonoma State being unbelievable in their start, getting that goal early on, and you have to say they found their rhythm early into that game. For the first 20 minutes, they were dominating the game. But St. Martin's was there, prepared, and because of that, they got 2 goals in 2 minutes off of 2 set pieces, and now they lead 2-1. Some changes at half. Goalkeeper Jack Chapman has come in goal for Sonoma State, replacing goalkeeper Rainier Derret. And here we are ready to go. It's going to be St. Martin's kicking off from right to left in their all-black strip. Yoon wins the ball for Sonoma in their all-whites. And it'll be McLennan playing out wide here. Ball skips away there from Andrade. And McLennan to throw. Here's McLennan. Finds the feet of Arjun Gill. Not able to keep it there, and English will bring it down on that right-hand side. Try to play forward to Zarate. Ball will drop to Yoon, out wide for Neal. Here is Neal cutting back. Just skips away from him then. It'll be a throw for the Saints. Ball will come in through the center. Ball given away. Here's Cunningham into De La Cruz. De La Cruz with a shot and a great save by Mueller. What a tip to get that ball out for a corner. Again, similar to the first half. First opening minute of the game. Throw in for St. Martin's in their own half. Given away through the midfield off of a poor pass. One pass and a shot towards goal. This time Mueller up to the task. It will be a corner though. It will be Niels to take off of his left foot. Here is the in-swinger. Ball goes towards the first post. Well defended by St. Martin's. Cahalan was there, ready to pounce on it. It'll be sent forward. They have a 2v1 if they're able to keep this one in play, but they are unable to, unfortunately, for them. And it'll be a quick restart the other way, which the ref disallows as a St. Martin's player is on the ground. There'll be a stoppage in play temporarily. We hope that player is okay to continue for the Saints. Be stepping his way off of the field, and it looks like they'll be making a change. Here it looks like we are ready to go once again. And it'll be a switch of play out to Neal, who switch flanks with, here is Neal. Neal finding his way inside. Great shot from Neal, and Mueller there with the save, and he's going to draw the clock out a little bit, but really promising there from Neal. He switched flanks, I meant to say, with Cunningham. Earlier in the match, Neal started off the left-hand side, and Cunningham off the right, but it looks like they wanted to start this second half with their wingers cutting inside, as shown there. Here is Gill, though. Well defended by Cahalan. And that, that switch of flanks right there between Cunningham and Neal already showing, dividends with that cut inside off of his left foot, dominant left foot from Neil, and a shot on goal, something that he wasn't able to do off the left-hand side. And Neil, such a dangerous player for the Seawolves. He got both of their goals in California against Western Washington and Seattle Pacific, and definitely the main man that they will be looking for to get themselves back into this game. Here the ball will be with St. Martin's as they look to reset out through Mueller, receiving that back pass. De La Cruz pressuring and forcing a quick pass out to Gunder, who does well to shake off McNeil. Here is Gunder's ball over the top, one to chase, and the goalkeeper will just let it ride out for a goal kick. Chapman there. Ref will bring it back for the offside call though, and it'll be Cahalan's to take. Cahalan out of San Francisco, California. He's making an appearance here as a freshman after subbing on for the injured Cam Fisk. And the freshman's getting a talking to from the referee here. Welcome to the NCAA. He'll play directly into Reese. Reese playing out wide to Stanley. Stanley will find his goalkeeper, Chapman. Chapman out to Cahalan. Cahalan looking for an option, finds English. English back to the goalkeeper, Chapman. And Sonoma looking to keep possession, be patient, and find a way through this block defense of St. Martin's. Here's Stanley's ball into De La Cruz. Great defending though from Kobata. And a foul against Kobata. He's able to keep the ball for St. Martin's there, and they'll play quickly there through Gonder. Gonder out wide. Find McLellan. McLennan's ball finds its way through. Here's Gill. Gill with the ball across. Here's the strike. Spilled by the goalkeeper. Still loose. And some way, somehow, Sonoma State get away with one there. The break was on. A great ball from McLellan, which found Gill in behind the defense. English and Cahalan both taken by surprise. A complete 2v1 from Reese against Cahalan and two St. Martin's attackers. The ball went through Reese's legs. But St. Martin's striker there, I believe that was Angel Alvarado, who just couldn't connect properly with the ball. Ball trickled towards the goalkeeper, who then dropped the ball and set up a great rebound opportunity, which they couldn't get a hold of. And you have to feel St. Martin's really got away with one there. They'll break down this right-hand side, though, with Neal. Here's Neal, one-on-one against McLellan. Neal, an elastico, doesn't come off. Here he is again. Looking to go for the mag there against McLellan, and says no way. No handshake either. Here's English, ball into De La Cruz. Flick on and be cleared by St. Martin's. Another throw-in for the Seawolves. Ball is going to find its way into Zarate. Good first touch, and he's able to find Neal. Neal looking for options in the box. Doesn't have one. Plays English. English into Neal. Neal cutting inside off of his left. Good defending by Gill there. And he's able to get the ball back off of Neal. Andrade loses out, though, to Yoon. Here's Rohan out to Cunningham. Cunningham one-on-one against Kobata. Cunningham shot. Great save by Mueller. What a save by Nick Mueller to get down to his left-hand side and tip that one around the post to Junior out of Yakima, Washington. He's having a great game so far, and it's another great save for the number one. Unlucky for Cunningham there, as he was so close to doubling his goal tally for the season. Nick Mueller there, able to deny him. Here's Neal's corner, though. It will be a left-footed in-swinger. Goes in towards that first post. Flick on from Callahan. Cannot make contact, though. Be back out towards Neal. Here is Neal. Neal into Zarate. Zarate swings it into the back post. But, man, offside is Reese. And that one will be a set play for St. Martin's. Going to be taken quickly by Mueller. Great ball out wide to reset the play. Just could not connect properly there between Alvarado and his winger. And Sonoma will start again through Reese. Out to Cahalan. Cahalan into English. English to Neal. Neal finds Yoon, who loses out but wins it back there off of McLellan. Here's De La Cruz. De La Cruz sets it off for Zarate. Here's Cunningham. Here's Cunningham. 1-on-1 against Kubota. Sends him to the shops. One more from Cunningham. Goes down. No foul given and no protest there from Cunningham. Well defended by St. Martin's though, as they're able to double up. There's a ball in behind that just could not connect. Well defended by Reese, and here's Zarate again, end to end this game. Both teams looking like they know that the next goal will decide it. One more goal for St. Martin's, and you feel like that might be just a little bit too much of a deficit to overcome for Sonoma, but if Sonoma get a goal back, they'll have all the momentum going into these last 35 minutes. Here is Neal. His shot deflected. Back to Neal off his right foot. Dinked it to the box. Here's a header. Must have closed his eyes. He completely missed the ball. I think it was Zarate there. And I believe Mueller just sent that one out for a corner. It would be Cunningham's corner to take an in-swinger off of his right. Great opportunity there from the Seawolves as Neal's ball was inch perfect towards that back post. Zarate just could not make the connection. And it'll be a corner kick here. Taken short into Stanley. Stanley's in-swinging ball only finds the head of a St. Martin's player, and it'll be another corner kick. Switch it up there, the Seawolves on that set play, finding Stanley short for a different angle of the cross. This one looks like it'll be hit directly in towards the box. Find its way in towards the 6. Flick on, once, twice, and now cleared. Only as far as Yoon. Ball bouncing around here. And the foul will be called against Stanley there for a high boot. Don't feel like there was anything malicious there, and a little bit of afters and handbags, but nothing serious there. Goalkeeper Mueller not very happy with Stanley after that foul, but I don't think he was going for the player. I think he was just chasing that loose ball, and player kind of kicked through him. Gonna stay down for now, but very exciting start of the half for Sonoma State specifically. Already 2 more shots on goal with 3 shots total. Just opening 10 minutes of play. They started the first half strong, and they've started the second half just as strong, and does make it very interesting to see how these last 34 minutes will play out, with St. Martin's sitting back looking to rely on Mueller as they have done for these opening 10 minutes, and Sonoma are going to throw everything at this goal to try to break the duck there and get themselves back into this game. Referee's just going to have a talking to there to Stanley. Something along the lines of, you can't do that. And the yellow card shown towards Stanley and the goalkeeper, Nick Mueller, who went and told Stanley probably some not so nice things. But he's having a good game, so he can get away with it, I think. Substitute here for St. Martin's, and about ready to get going back in this one. Here is Mueller's kick upfield, and it'll be Yoon's to send it back towards the right hand side of the field, with Neal driving with the ball. Neal finds English with a great ball across, and defended well by St. Martin's, headed towards goal, but just over the crossbar and not having to trouble Mueller. It'll be a corner kick though for Sonoma. This is their 8th corner of the game, I believe. They'll look to make one count here as they load up the 6-yard box. This one will be played short towards De La Cruz, back out to Cunningham. Cunningham's ball towards the box is flicked on, and once again, What a miss from Reese. Luckily for him, the offside flag went up, and that one would not have counted, but the flick on was perfect. A great set play from Sonoma into De La Cruz, out to Cunningham. Cunningham's ball was great, and they found the flick on towards Reese at the back post, who from 2 yards hooked it over the bar. But it is St. Martin's goal kick as they get away with one there off of that set play. Mueller will send it forward towards Yoon, who heads it back. Zarate battling in the middle. Yoon finds De La Cruz. De La Cruz into Yoon. Here's Cunningham. Kubota able to step and get rid of that ball. And here's a 4v4 for St. Martin's if they can speed themselves up. Here's Andrade. Shakes off one tackle. Andrade off the left. Now on his right. Andrade's shot. Well defended by Sonoma as they're able to get bodies behind that ball and make the block. Ball will stay with Andrade at the top of the box though. Out wide. Here is Gill. Still Gill. Off his right. Curler just wide of the post. How close was that from Gill? Arjun Gill with a great move off of his right foot. Found himself some space to curl that ball. Aiming for the top corner and he didn't miss by much. Sonoma State looking to play out here with English. They got away with one there. And English looking for options. We'll take that throw in off of St. Martin's and they'll find Zarate. Zarate into Neal. Neal into English. English launches it forward for De La Cruz. Gaunter's header into Kubota. Neal couldn't get his foot on it, and here's Gill. And Gill was fouled by Neal, who's not very happy with that one, and looks like there might have been a stamp after. Ref didn't see it, though. B. McLennan with the free kick. I don't think he'll score this one, though. He launches this one out wide. I believe that's towards Alvarado. Here's Stanley. Ball's going to be played back towards Gunter, whose header only finds Neal. Able to break here is Sonoma. Here's Neal. Able to find the ball towards De La Cruz. Ball goes a little bit wide. De La Cruz off of the right-hand side. Chips the ball back in towards the middle. Here's a bicycle kick, which is blocked from Zarate. Zarate tried the bicycle kick, which would have come off as goal of the season, probably goal of the century. And it was blocked off by the St. Martin's defender. Here's Zarate again with a shot. Another block. Here he flicks it on Gunter's clearance. Ball just cannot leave the St. Martin's area. Here's Neal. Bicycle kick back into towards the box. Zarate able to bring it down. And finally they're able to clear their lines. Wow, if that one came off, we probably would have built him a statue. I mean, that would have been a crazy goal. But instead, blocked off. And St. Martin's, how many times now have they blocked off these shots? 15 now for Sonoma State in the space of six shots they've had in the second half in the space of 15 minutes. And every time St. Martin's has had the answers for him. Here's English. Unable to get by McLennan, who's having an unbelievable game. Goal, an assist. And he's just been really solid at left back. Neal, unable to get the better of him for most of the game. And there he's able to stand up English. Here St. Martin's will look to break. Well defended by Cahalan, though. That's a foul. I believe that's against Licona. And a little bit of afters again. This game is getting a little bit chippy here. Between Reese and Licona there. It was Licona on Zarate, who's going to take this free kick and play it out wide to Stanley. Stanley looking to find his teammates in the box. He does aim for Neal. Drops down for him out wide. Here's Neal on the ball. English out wide. He finds him. English into Yoon. Looking to find English again, but unable to do so. And Neal will accept the throw in. He'll play Cahalan. Being pressed by Licona here. And it'll be cleared upfield towards Reese. Reese with time to take it down. And find Stanley. Stanley facing pressure though by Alvarado. You'll find Chapman in goal. Chapman looking for Cunningham out wide. Ball's going to be headed back and cleared by the St. Martin's defense. And Reese will send that one out for a throw-in. .28 to go in this one, and a lot of what we saw in the first half from Sonoma when they started off that game, just unrelenting pressure, and the ball really, like, you felt like it could never leave St. Martin's penalty area, but St. Martin's have done really well so far of soaking up that pressure and keeping them at bay. The attackers, specifically Nick Mueller, who's come up with a huge saves. Ball will be tried to find Gill there, and well played by Zarate. Great tackle, though, in the middle to win that ball back for St. Martin's. Got all the ball, got a little bit of the man, no foul whatsoever, and here's Zarate playing it back towards Neil, over the top towards Zarate. And St. Martin's will get rid. Here's English towards Neil. Well defended, though, by here's Andrade. Licona trying to find Alvarado there, and he just couldn't connect. The run by Gill was being made behind, and unlucky there for St. Martin's to not get a chance out of that one. Ball's going to be sent right back towards the Sonoma goal, and you feel like St. Martin's now just looking to protect this lead, looking to keep that ball out of their half every time they get it. Just hoofing it long. Touch by Chapman. He's going to put him onto his right. Licona with a little bit of pressure, if you can call it that. Here is Cahalan. Cahalan into Neil. Neil driving inside, and he's going to be called for the foul. It's against Salarnieko. Ball's going to go out wide. And here is Alvarado into Andrade. Andrade able to put the meg on Reese. Callahan will send it back towards Chapman. Here is Cahalan out to English. Miscommunication there between English and Neil, and he'll give the ball to Selenieko, who's going to hoof it long. There's Reese sending it right back, and now time on the ball for St. Martin's. Well defended, though, by Ewan. Plays it inside for De La Cruz. De La Cruz into Zarate. And something off the ball there. An interesting action off the ball. There's a man down in the half. I believe that's graduate student Brian Licona, number 9 for St. Martin's. He's down holding his head, completely away from the play, and Sonoma, very upset with that one, as they felt like they were in with a chance there on a 3-on-3 with Zarate on the ball, but ref called it back for this head injury, and maybe a bit of off the ball discussions, if you can call it that, between the St. Martin striker and Reese or Cahalan in the Sonoma defense. On the ground is number 5 Cameron Crater, the freshman out of Spokane, Washington. And he seems pretty banged up from this play. We hope he's feeling all right and able to continue in this game. The teams will take a water break while Kreider is being attended to, and we'll keep it right here for you as 25 left in this one. St. Martin's holding on to this lead 2-1, but Sonoma State doing really well to put shots on net, and Tess Mueller, who's done outstanding to keep them in this game. You really feel like this one will come down to determination on Sonoma's part to really push through for this goal. Stay with us after this one as 6 p.m. kickoff between Chico State, number 25 ranked nationally, Chico State that is, against your SFU Red Leafs. A great game to kick off the home season here on Burnaby Mountain and Fox Field. As we're looking to restart play soon, the players make their way back onto the field. Kreider will be checked out by the medical staff, and hopefully he is all right. Looks like it's going to be a drop ball for Sonoma, and number 15, David Settle, is going to make his way to replace number 5, Cameron Crater, who came off with injury just now. And Settle's first piece of action is to chase down this long ball, which is going to find its way all the way through to Chapman in goal. And Sonoma will reset here. Here the ball's going to make its way out wide to Neal. Neal plays it across, well defended by Kubota. And it'll be a throw-in against Callahan, and a change in system from Sonoma State. It looks like they're looking to really push for this one. They've switched to a 3 at the back. Took it off defender Barry Cahalan, the center back who came on in the first half for the injured Cam Fisk. And they've brought on number 20, Michael Gray, a forward. Looks like they've moved Neal to the left side. Gray will play off of that right-hand side, and it'll be Cunningham who plays at the 10 right behind De La Cruz. And Sonoma really showing with that substitution that they're ready to go all out for this goal. Leaving themselves a little bit exposed at the back, especially against St. Martin's 3 up front of Gill, Alvarado, and now Settle. But definitely needing a goal, and they're willing to throw men forward. And here is Gray. Gray will find Zarate. Zarate back in towards Gray. It's De La Cruz on the ball. Here's Gray. Makes his way into the box. Puts down a man. And he will take the throw in. Good start for Gray. He was definitely lively coming on off the bench in the first half. And the freshman, the sophomore out of Woodland, California, has put a good mark on this game. There's Settle, well defended by Reese. Or so I thought. It was a free kick called the referee, and it'll be Andrade's ball. Ball will be played out wide towards Alvarado. Alvarado into Kobata. Back into Alvarado. Alvarado does really well to get by his defender. And he finds the ball out wide. Here's the cross. Back post towards Gill. Gill back across. It's going to drop for Andrade. Looking to play in towards the box, and well cleared there by Yoon in the end. Ball's going to go all the way back to Mueller and back out to Selianieko, who puts a meg on Gray. And then tripped by Andrade, but the ball will fall towards St. Martin's. A good switch out wide. Here is number 19, Alvarado. Alvarado into the box. Plays it across. Ball bouncing. Still with Reese. They can't get rid of it here. Here's a shot. Great block, though. What an opportunity by St. Martin's. Throwed so many men forward, and now this sets up a 4v4 if they can get their numbers right. Gray on the ball. Has Cunningham out wide. Gray is leveled, though. Completely taken out of the game by Andrade. Was able to put the meg on English. Doesn't get the call, though. Here's De La Cruz. Good turn by De La Cruz. On his left foot. De La Cruz's shot! Just over the bar. We were able to watch that one out, and tough go there for Sonoma State, and that will be De La Cruz's last action potentially of this game as he makes way for number 9, Oliver Ziemer. Well, we played forward towards Reese, who sends it back. Here's Gray. Gray into Ziemer. Ziemer's first action. And he trips over the ball. Here is Alvarado. Ball will drop for English. English into Reese. Reese out towards Stanley. And this back three of Sonoma State, so far facing a lot of pressure from St. Martin's. You could see that St. Martin's have recognized the change of formation from Sonoma, and they're throwing, players forward on the counter, really putting pressure. They've already had 2 very good opportunities, counting for 2-3 shots towards the goal. Very unlucky not to double the advantage. Ball will be switched out towards this left-hand side. Selenieko out towards Gill. Gill into Andrade, back towards Gill. Selenieko. Andrade. Defended by Gray. Fouled by Gray. And it'll be a free kick for St. Martin's. In another dangerous position. McLellan going up to take this, and this will be another opportunity for him to show his ability on the dead ball, already with an assist and a goal from this type of situation before. And St. Martin's recognize the opportunity that this is. They load the box. Here's the ball. Can't beat the first man, though. Well done, though, in winning it back, though. And here's Gill. Gill with a lot of space into the box. Gill with the ball across. Here's the shot. And a goal! 3-1 St. Martin's. A great ball across. It was initially won by Seth Kobata, denying the counter. Ball found its way out to Arjun Gill, who did so well with the space he had in front of him. And I believe that was number 15, David Settle, subbed into the game and was able to score there and put the ball into the back of the net. What a great moment for St. Martin's there. Off of a set play again. Second chance. Ball was cleared initially. Deny the counter. Find the open man back posting Gill. Gill did very well in keeping his head up. Didn't go towards goal. Found its way in towards the box. And a great finish from Settle, who was able to put it by Chapman. And now 3-1 to St. Martin's. Going to be a stoppage in play here. I believe that's Andrade down injured. Shoe came off. Andrade back to his feet now and be able to continue this match. Ball will be in towards Zimmer, but the ball gets away from him. Be another throw for St. Martin's. It's Selianico to take. Trying to find Settle. Runs into English, and the ball will be up for a goal kick. And that third goal there for St. Martin's is just a testament to the hard work that they put in. Again, under the cosh for 20 minutes of this game. 20 minutes of this second half, where Sonoma State kept on putting pressure, and through the defense and through Nick Mueller in goal, able to hold on to that 2-1 lead. And as soon as Sonoma made that change to put 3 at the back, put an extra attacker to go forward, St. Martin's almost smelled the danger, and that goal was coming. Here's Reese. Into Dodge. Dodge into Zarate. Zarate plays it out wide. Yoon. Here's Zarate. He's going to find Dodge into Cunningham. Ball's going to trickle through, though, for Mueller. And he'll take his time. With 17 minutes left in this one, 2-goal advantage for St. Martin's, and you have to feel the way this game is going. They can feel quite confident about picking up a huge result here on Fox Field. Here's Andrade, crowded by Sonoma State defenders, but the ball will pop out. It'll be a throw-in for St. Martin's. Ball is going to come into Settle. And they're going to call a foul there against Sonoma for pushing the back, and I don't know. It'll be another free kick for St. Martin's, and I mean, they're 3 for 4 when McLennan sends it in, if we want to count the second chance opportunities. And this time McLennan chooses to play it safe and play back to Salianico. St. Martin's happy to keep the ball here. They don't need another goal. They just need to hold on to the ball, keep it away from their goal, and they'll take that throw in there. Salianico. English flicks it on. Reese on it. Reese under pressure from Settle. Loses out, and it'll be a throw in for St. Martin's by the corner flag. Ball is going to make its way towards Alvarado. And it'll be a corner kick for St. Martin's. Andrade to take. It's going to be another in-swinger off the right boot of the junior from Covington, Washington. He's going to play it short into Alvarado. Tries the rainbow flick and then fouls his man. The other way around the foul was called. Are we watching the same game? So Andrade tries the rainbow flick over the defender. It doesn't come off, and slide tackles Zarate and gets the call. Easy game. Here's a free kick for St. Martin's, a very dangerous position. Andrade is going to adjust the ball. It's him and Alvarado both over it. Alvarado runs over it. Here's Andrade's cross towards the back post. Koenig sends it away, but it did already go out for a goal kick. And there'll be too many subs to count for Sonoma State. I haven't had to do this much addition since middle school. That's a lot of players coming on and off. It looks like they've subbed off their entire 11, except for the goalkeeper, so. Here's Sonoma on the ball. I don't know who. I believe that was number 7, Rohan. Behind Rohan is number 8, Number 8, Grayson Garber. Be a throw in here for St. Martin's. Foul going against St. Martin's there on number 11, Evan Sadler, who's filled in at left back. Ball's going to be sent forward by Cahalan in towards number 15, Oscar Palmerin. Ball into Palmerin again. Connects with Sadler. And a foul against Palmerin. And here's an opportunity for Sonoma to do some damage from the position that St. Martin's did. It's going to be number 16, Diego Yang, to take. Diego Yang with the in-swinger right boot. St. Martin's filling up the box. Here's the cross. Takes a bounce, and Mueller does very well there to come and claim. Congratulated by his teammates. A great claim by Mueller as puts an end to that attack, and it was dangerous on that cross. There's the punt upfield by Mueller, and it's Granick who sends it down for Kronig. Here's Gill. Back to Selianico. Into McLellan. McLellan able to send off Palmerin. But it's number 10 there, Jose Rios Lara, who's putting the pressure on McLellan and forces the corner. Very well played by Lara. And Lara will take this corner. It's going to be an in-swinger off the left boot of the number 10. Here is the cross towards the back post. Header by Callahan. And a great save by Mueller. What a save by Mueller. And you can see how he celebrated as well. A great... it was a shot from number 13, Johnny Granick, from close range. And an unbelievable reaction save by Mueller to keep the cool 2-goal advantage in this one. The best save he's made all day. And here's the break for St. Martin's. They've got a 3-on-2. They've got a man over on the other side. They do find him. It's Gill. Gill on his left. Gill cuts inside. Ball's going to drop for Selianico. And Sonoma able to get players behind the ball here. But here's Alvarado. Alvarado, and it's well defended there by Granick. And the ref's going to call a goal kick. The ball had already went. Chapman's going to send this one out towards Stanley. Ball's going to find its way inside and sent back towards the middle. A man over on the right-hand side if they can find them for Sonoma. Instead, they choose to keep the ball here, and it's Garber on it. Garber's going to find Chapman. Chapman out wide now for Cahalan. Cahalan into Sadler. Ball just gets away there from Diego Yang, and Sonoma able to recoup it again. 10 minutes left in this one. And St. Martin's looking to hold on to that 3-1 lead and secure a huge win on the road. Here's Garber on the ball for Sonoma. Pressed by Settle, forced back. Cahalan on it. Cahalan looking for Sadler, couldn't connect. Gonna get it back though. Gives it to Andrade. Well defended there by St. Martin's, and Kronig not able to get on that. Here's Lada on the ball. The 10. There's Lada. His shot hits the head of the St. Martin's defender. And it's gonna be a head injury, and we're gonna stop the clock there and hope that he's okay, get him checked out. Shot off the left boot of Lada. And it was just a rocket right into the face of the St. Martin's defender there. I believe that might be number 14. Xander Koenig. And that is number 14. Koenig, who's making his way off the field with the trainer on his own will, which is a great sign. Some stats for you in this one. 17 shots for Sonoma State compared to St. Martin's 8 shots, with 5 on goal compared to St. Martin's 3. But it is St. Martin's who lead 3-1, and that just shows how clinical you have to be in this game and how well Nick Mueller has done in goal for the St. Martin Saints today. Here is the restart with Garber into Cahalan. Cahalan. Ball's going to find its way towards the middle there for Yang, and it'll be a throw-in for Sonoma. Sorry, a free kick there he called. So it'll be a free kick for Yang to take. And he's asking for 10 yards. Here's Yang's free kick. It's going to be an in-swinger off the right. Sonoma filling up this box. If they can grab a goal now, it would make for a grandstand finish for the final 8. Here is Yang's ball. Unable to beat the first man. Yang unable to connect there with Palmerin. And St. Martin's will break again through this right-hand side. Ball's going to be switched, but Stanley ate there to cut it out before Gill can get his foot on the ball. And the ball will be sent towards Cahalan. Into Chapman. Out to Sadler. Sadler in towards the middle, and here's Garber. Garber finds out wide with Lada. Lada loses out to Selianico. Plays into McLellan, who hits it upfield. And here's Garber on the ball. Back in towards Granick. And his back pass is short. It's Settle, one-on-one with the keeper. Settle to ice the game. What a save from Chapman. A huge save from Chapman, who's letting his defender know about it. A moment of madness there for Granick as he was facing pressure from Settle and tried to play the ball across to Cahalan. Intercepted by Settle and one-on-one against the goalkeeper. He took his time, took maybe a little bit too long, and a touch from Chapman and a little bit of help from Cahalan to put it around the post, and Sonoma State able to survive that one in what was probably one of the best chances of the game outright. Here is the cross, though, from Andrade off the corner. Flick on from Settle. It's going to be hit from Kobata out of nowhere. Shot right at Chapman, and you really feel like if that was either side of the goalkeeper, we could have been seeing the fourth. Ball's going to be played over the top, though, and this one's Ladas to chase. So number 10 off the right-hand side. He's got men crashing the box. He's going to find in towards the middle. Just goes right through his teammates and unable to connect on what was a good opportunity on the break there for Sonoma. And St. Martin's will clear their lines here and again go in behind, and so much space in behind of this back line of Sonoma. They're going to play here with Settle. Settle plays towards the middle with Elijah Gutierrez. Going to be sent back towards Mueller, who sends it out, a great ball out to Selianico. Selianico into Gil. Gil to Alvarado, and Selianico might be in. Selianico one-on-one against Stanley, making his way into the box of Selianico. Well defended, though, by Garnick. And Rohan unable to clear that ball past Kobata, and here's St. Martin's looking to get their way through. It's well defended by Cahalan. And it'll be a goal kick for Sonoma. No play out through Granick. Granick on the ball. Plays back towards Chapman. Five minutes left in this one, and Sonoma chasing that 2-goal disadvantage. St. Martin's must be very happy with the way this one's going, and they've played a great game, and I would say the way that they've played and battled defensively and taken their chances offensively, this is a deserved victory for the Saints. Ball's going to hit forward for Settle, who flicks it on. Unfortunately, not on the same page as Gill, and it'll be Chapman's ball. Chapman will play out wide to Cahalan. Back into Cahalan. Here's Chapman. He's going to send that ball forward. Sent back by number 22, Zach Martin. Lara loses out to Salianico. Salianico plays it out wide for Gill. Gill, one-on-one against Granick here. What can Gill do? Gill makes his way into the box, onto his left foot, out wide. Well defended by Granick, though, and it'll be another corner for St. Martin's. With under 4 minutes left in this one, they'll make a sub here. Looks to be number 22, Zach Martin, coming off. And it'll be number 16, Eric Tornquist, who makes his way into the field. Here's a corner for St. Martin's, number 10, Andrade, to take. Andrade sends it in towards the 6, but Chapman is there to claim. Looking to hit long, but doesn't have the options and forced to play into Granick. Plays a ball into Yang, who does well to turn away from pressure and find Cahalan. Here's Cahalan. Yang out wide to Sadler. Unable to connect there are Sonoma State, but they get it back. Here is Granick out wide to Stanley. Stanley looking to cross early, and he does so. Ball back post. Just looked like it ricocheted there off of the Rohan and came out for a goal kick. And St. Martin's will be happy to run this clock out with 2 minutes left and 2-goal advantage and see an end to this one. Mueller will send this one upfield towards Settle. Flick on there is from Rohan, and pass back is difficult for Mueller to deal with, but he does want to get rid of it. Sonoma will look to play quickly. Here's Yang. Great turn from Yang. Yang looking to find his way. A teammate threw into the box and was unable to do so, and Mueller will look to kill all the seconds he can before picking it up, and he'll send his team long again. This one is towards Gill. Granick does well there to take it down and send it back forward. Here is McClellan. McClellan will play with Mueller. Mueller's touch lets him down, but he's able to clear it before Lada gets there. And really well done there. And Seto's onside. Seto was onside. I'll tell you what. Seto looked onside to me after a great piece of play there from number 12, Elijah Gutierrez. Able to shake the defender right off the challenge, which might have been a foul. And there was a shot from Sonoma State. Just found its way over the bar. And we'll move into the last 45 seconds here. The score settled at 3-1 for St. Martin's. It's going to be St. Martin's second win of the year after a 1-0 win over Westmont. We moved them up to 2-1. For Sonoma State, they'll be looking to bounce back against Simon Fraser on Saturday's match, which is a 6 p.m. kickoff here on Fox Field. And here as the countdown goes and the game ends, thank you for joining us on Fox Field. Some stats for you before we go. 3-1 for St. Martin's. 10 shots for St. Martin's, but outmatched by the 18 of Sonoma. 5 shots on goal each, but St. Martin's made them pay with 10 corners on Sonoma and 5 on St. Martin's. Unfortunately, neither team could connect on either of those corners. One thankful to an unbelievable save by Nick Mueller against, I believe it was against Granick, number 13 for Sonoma, off of a set play. From Fox Field, stick with us at 6 p.m. Chico State against Chico State against Simon Fraser University. A great game between the number 25 ranked Chico and Simon Fraser University, who has received votes for the top 25 ranking. So definitely one that you do not want to miss. Thank you again for joining us here on Fox Field. We wish you all the best.